and I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you for all your beautiful support and your loving comments and your gifts, donations, etc., etc. You're just all so beautiful and very much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Now today we've got a different layout. This is sometimes what I do with the pre-shuffled cards. If I do it this way, it means that I can actually have a bit more energy and time to do a fourth reading. So there's a bit more of an option here, a bit more to choose between here. And so what we're doing today is the topic of, or the question is, should you reach out to your person? You know, should you make the first move, kind of thing. And it's interesting because I have had a few people message me and talk about this particular topic, so it gave me an idea to do this today for you guys, and hopefully it'll give you some guidance. As we know, it only is guidance. You need to trust in your intuition at the end of the day, but hopefully it will give you some clarity and maybe confirm some things for you that you're thinking and feeling anyway. So we have the first reading, which is the pine cone. And we have the second reading, which is the little pussycat. And we've got the third reading, which is the elephant, purple elephant. And we've got the fourth reading, which is the yellow Buddha, little yellow Buddha. Okay, so I'll give you a moment, guys. Take a deep breath, put your person in mind, and focus on the cards as to which one is drawing you in. And we'll get started shortly. Hi, group one. Welcome, guys. You chose the pine cone. So we're going to see what's going on with your person. When the story, basically, it's going to tell me a story as to what's going on with the two of you, and what you should perhaps do. Okay, so we've got the Lovers reversed, the Eight of Swords, Envy, Winter, Recovery, Clouds, Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, Concern, the Horse, Joy, Miracles, the Knight of Wands reversed, Growth, Renewal, Elusive, intangible, dishonest, and tricky. My hands are shaking for some reason. That's weird. Depth, complexity, awareness, importance. Geez, I wonder if there's nerves with you guys. You know, if there's some nerves with contacting your person. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just thinking it's so weird how it comes through a lot of these things in through my body. Yeah, it's just weird how that happens. Inner child. Could be your person's energy I'm tuning into. Inner power. Let go with grace. It's not the right time. There is still hope. If you cannot find peace, make it. The Chaser. Show self-respect. Your words keep ringing in my head. Greta Garbo, I think it is. I'm not sure, really. I don't really know who that is. Your hard work is paying off. And we've got a special message at the end. Okay, so let me just focus, because for some of you who know how I do this, I usually have Spirit direct me where I need to go to tell the story. I don't necessarily read them in order as they've come out. So just give me a moment. So I feel like your person's tied up with a lot right now. Just tuning in first of all. They're tied up with a lot, and I just feel like there's this reluctance within them. It's like a resistance. to opening up at this time. And it's not necessarily against you. I think that there's a lot going on, but we are going to see, okay, what is going on here with your person and you, and what you perhaps need to do. All right, where am I guided to, Spirit? The horse keeps looking at me. Okay, the horse, someone could own horses. It can represent freedom to do. It's saying accepting help from another and delegating authority. 26. I think that your person's running. You know, I really do feel like they're kind of like the horse running away, finding their freedom. They feel restricted and need to break free in some ways. And I'm not saying specifically from this connection with you, although some of you might have felt that they have kind of run and bolted from this connection because they're afraid. They're afraid of being trapped in. They're afraid of just being, once again, this one here, the Eight of Swords, being like that victim mode where they're afraid that they might be going into another connection like they have in the past, where they felt quite trapped and smothered, or some kind of energy I'm feeling on the chest right now where they just feel like they can't break free, they can't be assertive, they don't have a voice. And I'm not saying that this is how it is in your connection, but this is how their fears are, that they do feel like they're going to become locked in, okay? And they might be a bit of a free spirit. So it could just be something they're independent, they're free, they like to be free just to come and go as they please. And at the moment, it's just something that they're afraid of coming into. And it could also be that your person has become quite close with you, and you've thought, wow, this is beautiful. They're coming closer, and we've got a lot of intimacy going on here, and it's turning into something really beautiful. And then bang, it's like they're bolting again. And I know it's different from the actual message here, but I'm tuning in intuitively today, guys. So it could be that they do need to open up and accept help from someone else as well. If they are in a situation right now that they are trapped in also, they need to be able to turn to others, turn to an authority figure, someone who can help them. They might be in a bit of their pride right now, trying to work things out on their own. And yeah, I just feel like your person really needs to stand strong in their own power. I really do feel that, because at the moment they're depleted of energy. Okay, the Knight of Wands is someone who's got a lot of energy. They're very passionate. They come in and out. And it's interesting with saying the Knight of Wands, because the Knight always rides on a horse, you know, so it's kind of like this horse and them on the horse bolting in and out of this connection. And it's almost like they make themselves busy to distract themselves from the things they really need to seriously look at. And it comes down to being afraid. It's the inner child issues here. Perhaps there were some issues around their own parents. They might have been through a divorce. Their parents might have gone through a divorce. They might have gone through a divorce themselves. But this is a Sagittarius energy here too. So what I feel is that your person may have been blindsided, might have gone into a connection, not really... they might have gone in blindly, basically. They haven't gone in with their eyes open. And I think they're really afraid that if they aren't too cautious in this connection with you, that they're going to end up really hurt. They're going to end up being locked in and used, maybe abused or treated wrongly. And so that's where this is coming through, this fear. And it does stem from an inner child wound. So I feel like in some ways... they might act a little bit impulsively, they might act really immaturely, and might at times revert to that victim mode, like that lost child who's also in the corner, getting upset, getting sulky. It could be that kind of, and when a child closes off, they don't want to talk. They kind of just go silent, and you can see it on their face that they're really annoyed or angry or upset, but they don't necessarily want to talk about things. And they might be defiant. So I can kind of see that energy with your person at times, that they might just really put their foot down and dig their heels in and not want to cooperate in some ways here. So yeah, what I see is that with that, you might have gone into that chaser dynamic. So chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So this could definitely be your fears here coming through, chasing your person. And you might not be doing that right now, because we are talking about should you reach out. So maybe this was a dynamic between the two of you and you've pulled back now. And you're wondering, well, you know, I'm concerned about what's going on and I need answers. So should I reach out now? Excuse me. And I feel like your person is like, well, hang on, go back to this. Number 33 is the master number. It's the master healer and the visionary in life. It's the master teacher. So I feel like this is teaching you both a huge lesson in terms of being able to trust. And I think that with your person pulling back, they really need time to just really heal themselves and look within and process what it is that they need to learn. They need to be able to really grow in themselves through this space. And I feel like, see all the green here is the healing energy. And so they're looking at where their roots are and they're trying to find where they can grow and where they can renew their energy, because at the moment something is really zapping their energy. And if you've been in that chaser dynamic, it's just going to make them, you know, dig their heels in, run away further, because they are running from themselves right now as well. It's not just from you. It's like they're running from themselves. And when they run from you, they're running from themselves because you are, you know, are each other's. So because you are the same person, it's kind of like they're running away from themselves when they run away from you. That's how I see it. And in some ways you've had to pull back and show self-respect as well, because it might have gotten a bit ridiculous at some point where you just really were so much in your abandonment issues that you felt, you know, even though there has been genuine concern, there has been these fears that have arisen, insecurities that made you perhaps feel very ashamed, and that you had to come into this self-respect. And maybe that's also why you're hesitating right now to move forward into this, because your person's just not giving you anything or very little. They're being very elusive, see, intangible, dishonest and tricky. So that makes a person, and I know I've been there, it makes you feel even more insecure because you don't know what the hell's going on. You can't see anything from the other party. You're not hearing anything. And so it really is just left up to your own imagination, which goes a bit, you know, crazy because all you can do is think. And what do we think of when we're in our fears? We think of the worst case scenario. So there's been a lot of things that has arisen from this connection between the two of you. And, you know, it's not the right time at this time, I feel, to reach out, because at the moment your person is trying to gain their inner power right now. They're trying to grow, renew with their energy, find their footing in something right now. They're not open to the love connection at this stage. You know, it doesn't mean it's not going to ever happen, but at the moment they're just not able to meet you eye to eye right now and be on your level because they are running. So that's the Gemini energy there. So what I do see is that it is a time for your person to recover, and it could be winter where you're at right now, but it just really shows that it's a time for pausing, reflecting, that introspection, a time for things to freeze over at this time. And yeah, because things are very cloudy and your person's trying to find that clarity within themselves right now, so that, you know, if they can find themselves and see clearly, then they can find you. So I think it's more about your person finding you once they go through this you know, this experience of having clouded judgment and not seeing things clearly. They're trying to perhaps even just go within their own feelings and their own, not just their thoughts, but their feelings right now, and are very confused. I feel like your person's very confused. So stepping back is probably a really good thing at this time to allow your person to do that. There is a very deep passion here for you. So don't think that because they've gone a bit cold or they're backing off that there's no passion, because it is extremely strong here. So it's interesting, it says allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and we've got joy here. I think that your person really does feel this with you when they're in their right mind and when everything is okay. They do feel very strongly passionate about you. We did have the Knight of Wands as well, which is passion. but they can't handle anything deeply emotionally. Like, they do have a strong love for you and deep passion, but at the moment they can't face that. They cannot they cannot face it right now. It's too deep, it's too intense. Facing emotions is scary right now because they don't know what the hell they are feeling within themselves, around their life, around themselves. But they do want to come into this joy with you. And I feel like when they think of you, they do feel this. But if you're chasing, if it's a dynamic of chasing, they're going to be repelled by that because they're not ready at this time. So, you know, it doesn't mean they don't have feelings, but there's definitely this feeling of having to let go with grace. So I feel like at this time you just need to let go and trust in the divine, trust in miracles that can come through, okay? Because a lot of you might be very envious of other people's journeys. You might be hearing other people who are in union with their twin flame or soulmate, and it's just something that's really void in your life right now. And so that's, you know, naturally going to bring up feelings of hurt and envy. But know that miracles are coming in, okay? And your person says to you, if you cannot find peace, make it. So in other words, they can't offer you this. They can't give you peace. They can't make you feel peaceful because you want a certain outcome with them at this time, or an action from them. You can choose your own peace. You can, you know, do things within your own space that can bring this about for you. And the 20 is the judgment card as well, like the judgment card in the tarot. And it can represent looking at our past actions and how they bring us to where we are today. But it can also talk about a breakthrough. And maybe this is something that you're perhaps healing within yourself right now as well. You can find peace through this once you're acknowledging it and healing from that and being able to let go with grace and just know that everything's happening for a reason, and what's happening with your person is helping them to grow in themselves, to become stronger, to become mature, and to shine their light further. And they're saying to you, there is still hope here. You know, your words keep ringing in their head. So there might have been a conversation that you've said to them when you last spoke, that they're really reflecting on and is starting to sink into their mind, and they're going over it, trying to process it right now. Could have been something harsh, could have been something loving, but whatever it is, it's going on within their mind right now, and they're really thinking about this, you know, long and hard. So at the moment they are processing, they're trying to see through those clouds right now. But your hard work is paying off. So when I see this, there's a new moon in Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Capricorn as well. I feel like this is their hard work. Not to say that yours isn't paying off either. But I do feel like they are trying to work hard on themselves right now. They might be in a little bit of victim mode, but I think they tend to really go into that if they're feeling they're being pushed. And they are stubborn. Capricorns don't like to be pushed. And I'm not saying your person has to be a Capricorn. This is the energy coming through, that your person wants to independently work on themselves at their own pace, in their own time. And yeah, their hard work will pay off if they're able to just be alone to do that kind of thing, which I think you're doing at this time. It looks like you have backed off, and it's impatient stuff too, because I can understand it. Like, when you don't know what the hell's going on the other side, you're like, well, is this it now? You know, are they ever going to come back? Are they going to contact me? I don't know what the hell's going on. Or some of you might see certain things in their life that's happening that kind of shows that they're moving away from this situation with you or the relationship. But I feel like sometimes they have to move away to learn those lessons, but they'll come back to you because you are theirs, and you're theirs. Oh, they're yours and you're theirs. So hard work is paying off here. And we've got here Greta Garbo, I think it is. So this is just a message here. You can take whatever resonates with you, okay? So it says, are you sure you wouldn't rather be alone? Only go to the altar if you take the lead. And marriage isn't the only way to have a partner for life. So it could be a special message for you. You can take it or leave it, whatever resonates. It's interesting coming through. And we do have the blue with the communication here as well. Could be seen as the third eye, being a darker color here too, indigo. So it could be just about trusting in what your mind's eye is telling you, like trusting what you see, signs that you're seeing around you as well. And it's a special message, okay? So time. Okay, so it says here, you are trying too hard, give it time. This is very significant with the storyline that's come out here. It's very interesting. So guys, it's really about maybe focusing on yourself at this time, really putting a lot of attention and energy and love into your own self right now. Let's get some guidance card for you. I do feel like your person does definitely have a lot of passion and love, but I feel like they are very confused. It's going to take them a bit longer to deal with things here. And it's not to say you have to wait for your person. You just have to live your own life as well. Whatever you decide to do, whether you want to move on with someone else or just be alone and just focus independently on your life and your independence, I should say, that's entirely up to you. Look at this, believe in magic. Did we see the miracles card before? Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. So don't ever think that this is, you know, you're powerless in this. You have the ability to use your own power, to build yourself up, to send your person love and light, to heal yourself, because once you start doing that, raising your vibration and moving on in your life, your person's going to feel that. It could even inspire them to do the same, and that just, yeah, it starts it all up. Look at the beautiful pink, oh no, the purple and the green. It's so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the colours of Metatron, I think it is. And I think he works with indigo children, if I remember. So it's interesting about the inner child stuff coming up before with your person as well. So the purple is the crown chakra, and the green is the healing energy of the heart chakra. So trust in your intuition, follow your heart, follow your intuition in this as well, guys. So believe in magic. Things are unfolding around you that you may not necessarily be seeing right now, but pay attention to signs out in nature as well, because they're coming to you. So I really hope that's helped you guys, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings. Hi, group 2. Welcome, guys. You chose the cute little pussycat. Put him over there, and we're going to have a look at what's going on in your story here with your person and what you should do, or what you're guided to do. We've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed. We've got the Queen of Wands. We've got Appreciation. And we've got Rebuild. And we've got Rider. Separation. Occupation, restriction, guardian angel, and meditation. We've got the King of Swords, abundance, grief, sidetracked, delays, distractions, change, happily ever after, vacation, embrace your inner child, safe and protected, open your heart, the way I acted had nothing to do with you, seduction, relinquish control, reverse disassociation, I live for your smile and would die for your kiss, Sigmund Freud, a new start is coming, and 2 special messages. Okay, let's have a look here, okay? So I don't read them in order, just so you guys know. For some who don't know, I actually pull them out and am guided to where Spirit tells me to go, okay, in order for the message to come through. So let me just, give me just a moment to focus. Okay, Spirit, this is for Group 2. Can we please get some guidance on what Group 2 should do with their person right now, please? There is a, I'm just getting, as I'm closing my eyes, I am getting that there is this deep, deep love here. I really do feel that, but you might have felt like your person's gone cold on you recently. Let's have a look. What am I being drawn to? For some reason this is calling me. Okay. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, which is most likely what's going on now. If you're at this reading today, asking if you should make contact with your person or reach out. They're feeling this separation, by the way. They're really feeling it. I think that they're hiding away at this time. We do have the King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, however you want to resonate with it. I normally see it as an Aquarius, but either way, take it as it resonates. I feel like your person is really holding back on their emotions. They're thinking head over heart. They might have gone cold on you. They might have detached, like very much detached from this, but they are feeling very strongly the separation. It's quite deep within them. They are a deep thinker. I feel like your person really is someone who could be quite philosophical too, looking at Sigmund Freud here. There's a lot of deep inner child wounds. I really do feel that's really related to Sigmund Freud, looking at, dreams and children, etc. I just really feel like your person has gotten way too serious in life. There could be some situation as well with their own children, if they have children, the family issues, things like that. But what I do feel like strongly here is that your person pulled back on this warmth as well. I really do feel like there could have been some immaturity in some way in how they dealt with this on the emotional level. They're quite intellectual. I feel like your person is good with words. And on saying that, I don't mean they can express their emotions as such. I mean, some might have. But I feel like when it comes to just being a very intelligent person, maybe has done a lot of research, likes to really look deeply into things. But when it comes to expressing emotion, like as in love for you, there might have been that in the beginning, but I feel like they've turned cold and have withdrawn. And yeah, it's almost like reverting back to that child. Maybe there is some things in their life that they really are trying to overcome, some perhaps some trauma in their past, and they need to come into their own power. That's something I feel like they have been afraid of, is losing their power in this connection. So they might have taken the bull by the horns basically, and made the decision for the both of you. So they can't at this time work on the connection. They can't cooperate. It's just whatever's going on in their life right now, they just feel like they can't or aren't in a position to build upon this with you right now. But they are undergoing a lot of grief, and this is the thing that you might not be witnessing within them. They might be someone who has a poker face. They might not necessarily show emotion. They might be someone who can go hot, like from hot to cold type thing, which is kind of like the Queen of Wands energy reversed. I feel like on one hand they can be the most loving, beautiful person, very warm and generous when they're in their good spirits here, and I do feel like they have shone a light that is really beautiful and powerful. They might be very magical within themselves as well. They might have a lot of psychic powers in a lot of ways. They might be very spiritual. But they tend to look at things logically and factually as well. So that's where I feel like there's like two people going on here. On one hand, I feel, unless there's two energies that are coming through in this reading, okay? So it could be the one person having two kind of energies contradicting themselves, or it could be two particular energies coming through this particular reading, which could be a bit confusing. So I do see someone who does think head over heart. They are a very deep thinker, very deep feeler. I feel like they do feel things very deeply, but they tend to shut off and become cold. Like it does feel like that coldness there. It's a self-protection mechanism. And so they're feeling like, they just can't at this time cooperate. And I feel like they're digging their heels in here as well. Like they don't want to at this time cooperate. There's something about this. So maybe there was words said between you, or an argument, or something that's occurred here where they're just shutting off. But they are feeling this grief right here, and sometimes a grief can feel like a death. So even though your person might be in this energy, they are feeling it quite strong. And yes, they have withdrawn that warmth right now. They might be coming across as quite vindictive by not communicating. Like kind of like that stone cold treatment of like ghosting or just, yeah, blocking you, whatever it is, there could be that going on, which is just strange because when we see the amount of grief here and that sadness that they're feeling, I think this is just mostly a self-protection mechanism. I really do, because it's like the inner child within them that's cocooning themselves in because they don't want to get further hurt. I don't see it's like that. I don't see it like a malicious energy from your person. I do feel it can come across that way sometimes, but I don't feel it's their intention to maliciously hurt you. I think it's just their way of dealing with things, which doesn't help sometimes, but that's how it is. That's how it is with them. They've become sidetracked. They've had to get themselves busy. They've been distracting themselves with things right now. It could be their work to get their mind off this right now. 34, you know, is the 7. So it's the Chariot. So it could be that your person, you know, what am I saying here? Might be someone who drives in a vehicle, like they might do long distance driving for their job. They might be a business person. They might be a truck driver. There could be someone who works on a farm, like, you know, on a horse or something. I just feel like your person's constantly moving around. And that's what they're doing. They're distracting themselves and just getting busy and not facing things that they need to right now. So, yeah, they're definitely after working and building their empire here, I feel. So they feel very restricted at the moment, and they're the ones that have put themselves in that. Like, that's what I feel here. But also at the same time, for some of you, they could be in another connection, okay? There might be another, like a third party as well, and it could be you as well who's restricted in, well, you are obviously restricted in reaching out if they are closed off to it, but at the same time, you have the choice to reach out. Just depends on what they'll do. They have actually disassociated from this, okay? So spirit is helping your person to reverse disassociation, which is something that they are good at. I feel like they can just, as I said, pull their energy back in and just get on with life. And yeah, it's almost like a denial too, like they push their feelings down and they just get put on that tough face and restricting their energy, their emotions by doing so. So they're not really growing in by doing that. But I feel like they, you know, 35 2 is the 8. 3 and 5 is 8. So it can represent they're restricted, not feeling strong in themselves right now. It's a strength card in the tarot, number 8. So they're feeling very restricted with what they can and can't do at this time. Maybe they don't have the energy or courage to really face things right now, and that's why they're getting busy in things. But they do really appreciate you. Like, I think they look at you as someone who has really taught them a lot about life. Like, I feel like you're perhaps someone who's very gentle coming in, has shown them a lot of love, and they're not used to that. So I do feel like when they think about you, there's a lot of grief here, and they do appreciate the times that you were very nurturing to them, and they do miss that quality time with you as well. We do have the 15, which is the Devil card in the tarot, which is interesting because it talks about, you know, being tied down. It's our shadows, that kind of thing. It's our addictions, etc. So I think maybe some of them were undergoing some kind of hardship in that way. Maybe they were really stuck in their shadows, and they appreciated the light that you brought into their life. So they are trying to rebuild themselves right now. So this is a process right now that they're undergoing, is rebuilding themselves. But I feel like too that they do intend in their heart to rebuild this with you. I do feel like they do want this happy ever after with you. But it's just at the moment they've had to take time out from this connection. They've had to go and find themselves. Maybe literally some of them are on a holiday somewhere, just taking time out to retreat and maybe meditate, you know, go into their thoughts, go into their mind to try and work out what it is they're feeling, what they next best want to do, how they could pursue this perhaps. But at the moment, they're definitely closed off to doing that. They're just not capable for whatever reason to doing this. So it could be that at the moment you just need to relinquish control, cut that cord right now, let them free, let them go. Yeah, because I do feel that even energetically, you might be even unintentionally holding on and kind of holding them back, pulling them back like this, which, you know, I'm not saying that they are completely controlled by you, but I do feel like at the end of the day, it could be a codependent tie here. So you need to just let them go for their highest good at this time, to allow them to grow and find themselves and sit in their emotion. And, you know, one day they'll stop running because, you know, there's only so far they can go, and they will always come back to you. I do feel that. But at this time, they definitely need, they do need that time to just go off on an adventure. But it's funny, this does say messenger, so it could be news on the way. Okay, so it could be that you do actually hear from your person. It could be that they, you know, you do cross paths in some way too. Because it definitely can represent travel here too, you know, that your person could be traveling in your vicinity. You might even see each other kind of at work. I don't know, this is just a very interesting message coming through here, that help is on the way. So it could also represent spirit is coming in to help with this as well. Okay. And also perhaps helping your person to open their heart. But maybe it's also that they want you to open yours, because they might feel that you've really closed off to them as well. Because, you know, if someone closes off to you, it's very hard to keep your heart open, full of love for them. So it could be also that you've been very hurt. But look at this. We do see the guardian angel coming through. I do feel this is a help that's on the way, is the guardian angel. So someone is looking after this connection and helping both of you to open your hearts to this. There might have been some kind of seduction when we look at this. I can't find it now. The number 15 that I was saying before about, you know, the devil card, etc., and codependency. It could be in some ways that there might have been a temptation, or someone has come in as a third party. As well, it does say third party interference, so that could have been something as well that's really come in between this connection on either side, mostly maybe theirs, but I mean it could be both sides, because they might have reacted to your situation as well, whatever resonates. But I definitely see that there is this need for trust and opening of the heart to be able to resolve this at some point. But your person says the way I acted had nothing to do with you. You know, they feel that they are the way they are and they can't change. It's almost like they have reverted into that whole, like that restricted kind of thought pattern where they can't see another way out. They can't see another option. Like, the way I acted is just who I am. I can't help it. I'm sorry. It's my issues. It's got nothing to do with you. It's like it's me, not you type thing. It's not you, it's me. And I do feel like it is them. There is a lot that they're trying to deal with. They do shut off. They are not good with communication in terms of resolving things. And at the moment, they just don't feel like they're capable. They are still very hurt over something. And it could have been that they feel grief because they did something wrong, or that there's been, excuse me, a situation. And I'm finding it hard to talk with my throat here, which sometimes happens when there's communication issues. So I feel like there's a bit of a guilt. They are afraid to come forward in some ways. Okay. So what have I got here? So they want you to know, though, you know, that they are very, when we talk about seduction, they are very tempted by you. They are very passionate for you. You know, they do find that they're very magnetically drawn to you, and they say, I live for your smile and would die for your kiss. So there's something very special there with the passion. You know, when we see that when it has been there, they felt it, and they felt it deeply, and in some ways it possibly scared them as well. But, you know, a new start is coming. It's a new moon. So around the next new moon, perhaps there is going to be something that feels like something's been lifted. A new beginning is coming. So, you know, just know in your heart that whatever's meant to be will happen, and a fresh path for healing, I believe, is coming in. And know that you're safe and protected on this path. Know that your person is as well, because there's definitely that guardian angel that's surrounding this connection here. So basically what it looks like here is that I feel like your person wants to come to you when they're ready. I don't feel like it would be a really bad thing if you were to message them. I think in some way it might break the ice. Because they're quite closed off. I'm not sure if they're going to message you like right now type thing, or even if you are in some kind of contact, I don't feel like they're going to go there with the issues. But it could be that, you know, they might really appreciate or respond, you know, if you were to send like a small text or something like that, seeing how they are. We got Sigmund Freud. Now take the messages that resonate, or if you don't want to take a message at all, that's fine. But just, I'm going to read it out to you, okay? So it says, the virtuous content themselves with dreaming what the wicked do in real life. So the behavior of a human in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his life, and pure masculinity or femininity is not to be found. So it could make you feel like, what the hell? But at the same time, it's basically saying that sometimes we feel things within ourselves and we have impulses within ourselves that we don't necessarily, well, we can have temptations. It probably goes back to that devil energy as well, where there's temptations and impulses to do something, and sometimes people will cave in and give in to those temptations. But sexuality is seen as a normal thing in life too. So I suppose it could come back down to values. Maybe there's been some issues with intimacy between the two of you. Take whatever resonates, leave what doesn't. We've also got these two messages here for you. Okay, these special messages. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And then we've got this one which says, twin flames, your passion ignites. So it looks to me by these messages that there is going to be, or could for many of you be, this rebuilding of this connection when your person's ready to. It might just take some time to smooth things over, like just to allow the dust to settle basically, and not rushing into anything, allowing things to just unfold as they're meant to, maybe stepping in very gently into this again with them. So it could be that some of you might feel drawn to just sending a very small text or something to them just to let them know that you're thinking of them. Could be something like that. You might not necessarily hear back from your person, but I do feel like they would appreciate it. But they are still processing. So let's get a guidance card for you, okay? Reading number 2, let's get a guidance card for you. So wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. So it's very interesting. We've got a very beautiful purple in this card. We've got what looks like a star, so it's wishing upon a star. It kind of reminds me of the star in the tarot. But it's saying be careful what you wish for as well, because a lot of our intention in the spoken word can be very powerful. So, you know, wish only well things for your person. Call in your spirit guides and guardian angels. I know they're already around the connection here. But call in also, you know, being the purple is related to the crown chakra. Excuse me, I'm still finding it hard to talk, which is interesting. I think your person might be finding that way, or you could be as well, finding it difficult to express feelings and emotions. But what I see here is that if you call in spirit to, you know, bring in that divine wisdom as to what you should wish for, you can do that as well. On a new moon especially is very potent power to do this in. So if you're to sit there at a new moon and write down the things you wish for, they can definitely come in. Magic is real. So manifest what it is that your heart desires, for the highest good of all, for the highest good of you and the highest good of your person. Okay, so I hope that's resonated with you today. Please don't forget to put a green heart in the comments section below if you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me. And I just realized my cards are over here. Or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your twin flame or soulmate, which is this card here. Not thinking straight today. And your person says, deep down, I was committed. So, guys, I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings. Hi, group 3. Welcome, guys. You chose the purple elephant. Going to see what's going on, okay, with your story, with your person. It's going to tell me a story, this particular thing. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Wands reversed. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got Contract reversed. Yes. Forgiveness. Birds. Engagement. Mature man. The Deer. The Lady of the Lake. Retreat. Seven of Wands reversed. Impartiality. Faith. Exhaustion. Shattered. Confessions. Honoring your true feelings. Improving health. Our love is protected. Thank you. You're not broken. The Sword and Rose. Love your body. You feel like a warm home to me. I am bleeding, but you can't see my blood. Marie Antoinette. The answers you need are coming, and we've also got 2 special messages. Now, as I've explained in the other readings, for those who don't know, when I lay the cards out this way, I actually don't read them in order. I read them as to how Spirit is directing me to each card, okay? So give me a moment just to focus on what's come out, and Spirit will guide me as to where I'm meant to be right now. This energy around your person feels so much different from the first 2 readings that I did. I actually feel a more gentler energy, whereas the 2 other readings were quite closed off. Their person was quite closed off. I feel like with your person, there is like an innocence to your person in some ways. Like I just feel like they've really undergone a big journey, and there might be a little bit of an immaturity in terms of how they've grown on their journey, you know, on their path, and the timing might be a bit off as to, you know, how you've come together here. I see a lot of cards here around communication, so this is very interesting. And yeah, okay, let me see. Where am I being guided, please, Spirit? Yeah, this card's really point like it's calling to me. So this is faith. I feel like it's almost like Spirit are coming through and asking you to have faith in this and to see the bigger picture. Your person's undergoing a lot of lessons right now, and there's been a lot of lessons that have actually caused them to become quite exhausted. We see this exhaustion here, okay, I'll get to that in a moment, but I definitely feel like your person is undergoing massive shifts and transformation right now. They've had to let go of a lot in their life, and might have had to say goodbye to a lot of people. I'm just looking at the boundaries side of things here with your person. I feel like in some ways they've been taken advantage of and they haven't stood up and been strong. And maybe that's why they're so exhausted, is trying to make everyone happy in their life. And so they've had to learn about putting up boundaries and being strong on their path. So they are growing through that, I feel. But at the same time, they don't feel like they're there yet. They might feel like they don't have much value to bring to you right now. They want to be able to give you a lot more than what they've been able to. Yeah, they want to give you the world. they do want to give you the world. See, they want to be able to, they did want to explore this further with you, but I feel like they just weren't mature in themselves at the time. So it feels like to me they could only give you small amounts of life, what am I saying, of their life, of their time or energy at this time. Other things were pulling them in other directions. And I think that they're trying to follow their own faith. They might be a bit lost in the world, trying to find where they are meant to be. They've had to retreat from this connection to find themselves. That's what I get strongly here, because it might be that they just have been dictated to by many people, whether it be their family or a karmic partner. There's just this feeling that they haven't really been able to grow and fully find themselves and have their own voice. So I feel like they're trying to come into that maturity, whether it be a male or female, doesn't matter. I just see this person as someone who's the masculine energy coming through. And so your person, whether female or male, is trying to come into this energy of being strong and in control and of their life, of themselves, maybe in their career life, maybe trying to make it in the world, extrovert, being an extrovert. I can't talk in this reading. It's really bizarre. I feel like I can't get the right words out. And I feel like maybe that's what your person is a bit like as well. Like they might stumble over their words, like they have so much going on that they really want to find the right words, but they just can't find the right words right now. It could be that they are better at writing things down rather than having a face-to-face conversation. But it does look like they've completely retreated into themselves right now. And the universe is asking you to have faith in this connection, because your love is protected, and I feel like that's their higher self coming through and letting you know that your love is protected no matter what is going on. But they've had to go off onto a journey and find themselves right now, and they need to learn self value. So there might be some issues around self-worth. They could have been really, as I said before, taken for granted by many people, and they've just gotten cold feet. They've possibly been really afraid, in some ways, that a lot of responsibility has been put on their shoulders by other people, and they've had to just almost like the masculine take on so much responsibility for everyone else, and yet they've kind of lost themselves along the way. And this is this exhaustion right here as well, having to take on everything and everyone else's issues. And so it's really become so much for them that they just had to retreat. They are a very empathic person. I feel like they might not be aware of it as such, but they really are someone who feels things very deeply. They can be very sensitive. They're a gentle person, and I think that how they need to be approached is in a very gentle way, using diplomacy. The 22 is the master number. It's the builder. So I think in order to build this back with your person, there has to be very gentle steps taken. Okay, so it's step by step. They have to be treated very gently, because they are quite vulnerable at this stage, I feel, in their journey right now. So, I do feel, there's that exhaustion again, as we said before. It's been a long journey for them. And maybe in some ways they just, I feel like they want to give you everything you need. I feel like they really do want to provide this to you. And they do want to offer the truth, revelation. They want to honor this. They want to protect it and come into a strong power, just like a masculine energy would do. But they are really lost and trying to still find themselves and where they need to fit in. And in some ways, they might be really not sure where they need to be in the world. See, we've got the globe again here, as well as in this picture. So it could be that they're really trying to find out where they need to be in the world, literally, like where they're living, where their home is. And they do feel like you're home to them, You feel like a warm home to me, but they don't feel like they're good enough for you. They don't feel like they are strong enough to pursue this and give this, what it really deserves and what you really deserve. They just feel like they don't have it all together right now where they want to be. And they ask for your forgiveness on this, because they do realize they've come in and maybe made promises that they couldn't keep, you know, and they do ask for your forgiveness in this. And it's like they do want to come through with some apology to you. You might receive an unexpected message from your person, because it does look like there'll be communication, and the answers you need are coming here. See, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, it's communication. So it definitely could be that you're starting to hear from your person. You might get an unexpected message from them. We do see birds, which represents communication. It's negotiation. Twins could be twin flame. Social media, phone calls, small and fast communication, gossip, older people. So it could represent here that you might hear, you know, along the grapevine from other people how your person is doing, or they might just suddenly contact you and see how you are. I don't get a really negative energy around your person. I don't feel like they're completely guarded. I don't see a big wall up here. I feel like they've just retreated out of maybe shame, not feeling the greatest. They're not defensive and they're not guarded right now. They're quite open, I feel, to having some kind of contact, but I don't feel like they can answer all the questions that you might have right now. I feel like they're just still very immature in some ways. They don't have all the answers. They're still trying to find themselves, let alone find themselves in this relationship, so to speak. So it does look to me like they are still learning and growing on their journey. They definitely are committed to you in their heart. They really do feel they want this with you. You know, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So I feel like this is definitely what they have in their mind when they think about you. But there's things that they have to come forward with, which is that courage, self-respect, responsibility, and the absolute truth. And so that's why they're holding back at the moment, because they are feeling quite shattered in this, okay? They are bleeding in this, that, you know, why there's been a separation. They're pissed off at themselves and ashamed that they can't be the person that you need them to be at this time. And they still are growing this courage within themselves because they've had a lot of people come at them in the past and they've never been able to really have a strong voice. So, you know, it's something that they're trying to work on. They're trying to improve their health. They're trying to work better at, better on themselves right now to be able to come through emotionally strong, psychologically strong, physically strong, in all aspects of their life, financially strong. It's almost like your person has had so much come undone even with the things they were starting to build for themselves. They don't know where they are at. They might be undergoing some kind of an awakening at this time as well. So they might be coming across like this, okay? They might be coming across that quite neutral about how things are. They might be a little bit, it's funny, I don't see a wall up against you, but I do feel in some way they do have a bit of a wall where they might come across as like not taking any particular side, okay? So they're not really agreeing with everything you say, and they might not be fully advocating for what they believe either on their side. But it does feel like, it does feel like they try to be objective. I do feel like they try to be open-minded. And they are saying thank you to you for you coming in and showing them love that they haven't really felt before. They have actually felt, as I said before, this feeling of I'm bleeding but you can't see my blood. So there is a lot of pain in your person, and it's not necessarily from you. I feel like it's pain they're undergoing from their past, maybe current situations in their family, or a karmic partner, or some third-party interference. Something's catching up with them that they need to deal with, and it's quite intense for your person. And they're going to learn things very quickly, I feel. Maybe they'll even go through a growth spurt, so to speak, spiritually, because there's some real catching up to do. And it's like it's escalating, accelerating in their life right now, this speedy kind of recovery. But I don't feel like, it's funny, your person's such a different energy to the other two. I don't feel like they're necessarily running away, really like full on running away from this connection. I just feel like they've retreated out of pain out of confusion, out of things that are happening out of their control in their life. And I definitely feel like they're feeling ashamed because they're not where they want to be. And they don't see that you're broken. They feel like you're not broken, so I don't want to show you that I'm broken. So in other ways, they might be saying also that you're not broken, that they know that you can fix yourself and heal yourself because, you know, maybe you're honoring your true feelings in not coming forward and trying to fight for this at this time. Some of you have stepped back and allowed them to have that space to work on themselves. But I think they're trying to honor their own true feelings too, because perhaps everyone has told them how they need to feel or be in their past. So it's something they're still trying to find. And they might have dug their heels in at some stage too, because they don't want to be told how to do something or how to be. They just want to be independent and try and grow in their own, that kind of thing. And some of you might have felt that there was a cut-off. You know, once again, we've got the scales here, which is interesting with that impartiality card here. So it could be a Libra that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. But that's interesting, that's coming through. So we've got the scales here, contract. Could be spiritual or legal contract that your person's coming away from right now. So there are contracts that they're trying to remove themselves from and cut their cords from right now. And that's just all part of their journey. But they do want to let you know that, you know, they love you and they love your body. They want to know that they really want you to know the special message that they find you attractive. There might have been something very significant for some of you where you didn't feel attracted to your person. That they weren't attracted to you. Maybe you were feeling very vulnerable because they just didn't really put a lot of attention or interest into you at that time because they were too busy, you know, maybe running away in some ways regarding their issues, external issues. So they just want to let you know that they really do appreciate you and are attracted to you. And it wasn't you. So I feel like for some of you, you might have actually taken it personally that your person just wasn't into you or didn't like you. And for some of you, it could have been that there was this intimacy, like sexual intimacy. It did get physical and then they backed off, and you might have really taken that personally, that they just really didn't like you or your body. So it's like their higher self is coming through saying, love your body. I really love your body. And, you know, love yourself. And 21 is the world in the tarot, which is interesting. We've had 3 messages now about the globe or the world. And I do feel like they really do see you as their world, but they don't have the world to give you either. So they're really feeling like you deserve the world. You deserve everything. And yeah, it's really important that they also, you know, they'd love to explore this further with you. They would love to explore your body. They'd love to explore the relationship, but maybe it just didn't really get as far as that, you know. Maybe there was this talking about going further into a commitment, but it just wasn't able to eventuate because they're still back here in this page energy of trying to find themselves, and maybe even some of them aren't doing well financially, you know, or feeling like they've got anything of value to offer. But yes, a wish is coming true. So know that in this connection, there is a wish coming true, and they have been wishing, I feel, upon a star or even a dandelion, whatever you want to take it as. I feel like they have been wishing that things will change because they really do want to come forward with maturity and offer you that clarity. And some of them might want to come in with a rose, as we saw before, the rose, and with truth as well as an apology. So we've got here Marie Antoinette. So take the messages that might resonate with you. You don't have to take them at all if you don't want to. But it says here, be the dessert, not the entree. And no man is worth losing your head over. See all, hear all, love all, forget all. So whatever resonates with that for you, it might not at all. I find them pretty funny, these cards are pretty interesting and cool. I think it's just a bit of fun. So let's have a look, okay, at the special message between you and your person. So secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So it makes sense for that Page of Pentacles energy, that they are sort of sitting back, admiring you from afar, wishing that they could give you more than you deserve, but trying to fight the battles in their life right now. We got the rainbow after the storm. So freedom, there is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So what I get from this is that, you know, I don't feel like there'd be anything really bad in reaching out to your person. They might feel, as I said, ashamed and have kind of closed off or just backed right off and don't have the words to give you. They just don't have the answers right now. But, you know, if you don't pressure them for answers, but you just kind of reach out and say, hey, I'm thinking of you, or whatever it might be, whatever you feel guided to do, if you want to, it looks like they might respond okay with this. You know, they might be okay with that. But you've got to trust in your own intuition at the end of the day. I don't feel like they're going to be able to give you much. That's what I see here. I just don't think that they're going to give you much information. They might not even open right up at this time, because they are kind of staying in that energy of just trying to alleviate all those burdens, etc. Just trying to see what else came through with this. Yeah, see the burdens, the exhaustion, being exhausted on the journey, really trying to strive to be maybe something that they're not able to be just now, and that's exhausting them. So it's just really about being able to allow them to grow in themselves at their own pace, I guess. But it doesn't mean, I don't think, that you can't reach out at all. Maybe you were the one who closed it off, and you know, you might have closed off communication to this because of how things were. But I just don't feel like it's over for many of you. So let's have a look then at your guidance card, okay, for group 3. Ooh. Wow, they're going back in. All right, we'll see. It's like, do you want to come out or don't you? There it is. Moderation. Look at this green, beautiful for healing. So is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So some of you might, you know, as it said before, a special message also for you perhaps is to love your body. Make sure that what you're eating is okay for your body. Make sure it's the right fuel for your vessel, basically, because that's what our bodies are. And when you raise your vibration, you're also energetically connected with your person, so it's helping them to raise theirs as well, and you both are able to clear those blockages in the body, in the chakras, that kind of thing, to become healthier within yourselves, and that can bring in healing in this connection. So I really hope that's helped you guys. I want to say, if it's resonated, please comment below. Don't forget to put a green heart in the comment section. If you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate, and they say to you deep down, I was committed. Now I'm just going to shuffle on that again, actually, because that was the last message for the last reading. I just realized that I didn't shuffle, but take that message as it resonates. Yeah, so here we go. I'm thinking of you right now, your person says to you. Okay, guys, so I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings. Hi, group 4. Welcome, guys. You chose a little yellow Buddha. So cute. Now, I'm going to read this out as a storyline, okay, and see what it says. So here we go. We've got the High Priestess. We've got the 6 of Swords reversed. We've got the Thinking Man reversed. Sincerity. House. Trust. Child. The Eagle. And we've got Abundance. We've got 4 of Wands. We've got the 6 of Wands. We've got Release. Influences, third parties, dark attachments. We've got Look Inside Yourself. And we've got Confront. I Wish You Were Here. I Wish You Well. Don't Take Life Too Seriously. We've got the Golden Mirror. And Heart with the Key. Listen to Your Intuition. I'm Battling My Demons Right Now. Joan Collins. Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back. And you've got 3 special messages today. Okay, so I'm just going to move these around a little bit to just straighten them up a little bit more. Now, I don't read these in order. For a lot of you do know that I actually lay them out and Spirit directs me to where I need to go to read the message for you, because it is a channeled message coming through. Now, okay, Spirit, can we please get an idea of what's going on here with Group 4's person? So I really feel that your person really wants this with you. I really feel that in this. I feel that they really want to confront this with you. They want to be with you. They want this life with you, the beautiful life with you. But something from their past is holding them back. And it could be in their current situation that they have like a third party coming in, someone who's in their life already, holding them back. But it's definitely to do with the past. I really do feel that. Something or somebody is coming in between the connection, and it can be fears, it can be someone else. I'm just going to read it as I go along now, okay? Okay, let's see. What am I being drawn to? Spirit. This is actually interesting, because I didn't see this as I was talking about that. It's just got my attention right now. So it's saying, don't let your past hold you back. So this is interesting because we are seeing that your person is allowing, in some ways, their past is holding them back, okay? It is holding them back from achieving all the stuff they want to achieve with you. I feel like your person is a very psychic, empathic person, very sensitive. So they are absorbing a lot of energies from all different directions right now, and they find it very hard to confront things or confront people or that darkness. They're finding it very hard to confront it. Which is interesting because they have a lot of magical powers within them that could actually, like healing powers as well, which could help them if they were to tap into that. But I feel like at the moment they're just overwhelmed, and these dark attachments or influences are very strong around them, still holding them back right now, and they might still have some very strong ties to those people, especially if children are involved. So say for instance they have a karmic partner and they have children together, that is a tie that they're still connected to. You know, they're still connected to that person and that cycle, that karmic situation, karmic cycle. So it can be very hard for them to be able to move forward and break free completely from those energies, and especially some of them might not know how to do the cord cutting from negative influences or call in a higher power to assist. I do feel like your person is undergoing a lot of, inner demons right now. So I'm battling my demons right now, they say. They're trying to overcome this and see the higher perspective. See, the eagle is someone who comes in and is very connected with spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. So I do feel like they are trying to call upon a greater power to come in and help them, because this is just really holding them back. It could even be that you're the one praying for this to come in, because I feel like at sometimes it's very hard for them to see the bigger picture for themselves when they're actually stuck in it. And that happens a lot for people when you're actually in it yourself, in a situation. It's very hard to remove yourself and look in from the outside, whereas if someone else is on the outside looking into this situation, they can see it really clearly, what needs to be done and how it's affecting your person. But sometimes I think they might actually just feel like it's their not karma as such, but it is their journey and they've got to deal with it, even though they don't know really how to, or there's fears in dealing with it. So it could be childhood wounds as well. Doesn't have to necessarily be the other message where I said the karmic partner and children involved. That would be for some of you. But I do feel like there are some inner child wounds that your person is trying to overcome right now as well, because it is very much to do with the past. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't let those fears come into this beautiful opportunity that you could be having, with you, basically. So that's what they're doing, is allowing those things to hold them back, allowing themselves to be overcome by those fears. And yeah, I do feel like they are trying to remove themselves, but they are in introverted mode. So the High Priestess is very introverted. She's someone who, she or he, doesn't matter how you look at it, but she in the cards is someone who will go within and keep like sacred knowledge within and doesn't reveal everything. He's very highly in tune. And I think your person's trying to see past the darkness. They're trying to trust in their intuition to guide them out of this darkness here. But the past really does have a hold on them, has a grip on them. So they do find it hard to move into calmer waters towards you because it is really playing on their mind. They really feel like tormented. See, this person's like tormented, knowing they have to release and let go of something that, you know, once they let go, it's going to be like this floodgate of emotions coming through. It's going to open the floodgates. So I feel like for your person, they've really been maybe really composed, trying to hold it all together. But their mind is cluttered. There's a lot of scattered thoughts going on here. See, the thinking man is somebody who's able to think clearly, is able to process and think in terms of like being able to see the bigger picture perhaps, but your person's just not there yet. They are coming through with a very sincere energy. So maybe they did tell you they want a family home with you. So we got the family home with you. Four of Wands is stability. It's the family home. It's celebrations. It's reunions. So I do feel like they do want to come back to you. They do want to have this family life with you, this strong, stable home life with you. They are sincere in wanting this. But these are really deep things that are holding them. It's so strong. Like, it's really almost like they try to move forward, but it's just got a grip on them. And yeah, they really are trying to listen to their intuition so strongly here. And 20 is the Judgment card in the tarot. So it can represent that once again, their past is that karmic cycles, situations, things like that. Have they learned their lessons? Are they learning their lessons in this? Because sometimes these things will keep on at us. The cycles will repeat, even through different relationships. We'll play out time and time again those lessons until we can learn from them and grow from them and heal from them. So I feel like your person is trying to get past that point, but there's a lot of fears in being able to push past that. But you're being asked to have trust, okay, in this situation. It's calling for you to have faith that there will be victory. So your person is actually quite powerful within. There's a lot of spiritual strength that they yet have to tap into. I think that they might even be a little bit scared of their own power, because maybe at some point they really did try to use it and tried to have a voice, and yet they were shut down again. So they're still trying to find themselves, to try and find their voice in this as well. But it does show me, okay, there's victory coming in. They're being asked to look inside themselves right now, and that's what they're doing. So even if it's as confronting as it is, they are starting to do this. What have we got here? The Golden Mirror is self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. You might have felt that your person did this to you, or someone else has done this to them, okay? So take it as it resonates. But I do feel like your person might have come across in those ways where they just weren't able to give to you. They were just all about their issues, all about them, closing off, running away. And that's possibly why this message has come through, to let you know that, you know, this is not the real them. It's a mask. And it's all coming from a place of fear and feeling like they just don't have the answers. They don't have the courage. They don't have the intuition or clarity to move through this right now on their own. And they might have really come across as, in some ways, pretty arrogant in that, you know, they didn't want your help or anything like that. You might have even pointed out things to them and they just weren't able to face it at that time. But Heart with the Key says welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. So it's very much showing that, you know, your person does hold a love for you. You do hold the key to their heart. But they're, yeah, definitely closed off right now. They weren't able to give you what you deserved. They weren't able to even provide any of this kind of beautiful stuff with you or share a life with you, even regardless of like a home life and things that are serious, like as a commitment. I feel like they couldn't even really offer you much at all, even maybe in conversations or energy for a conversation with you. It's almost like you might have thought that they just lost complete interest. But in some ways, I think they ran away because they don't want to put this onto you either. They don't want to burden you with this energy that's really heavy on their heart right now. And they do wish you were with them. They do wish you were with them. It could be that at the moment they're just trying to really focus on their own money, their abundance, trying to build themselves up in some ways in their life where they do feel like they can succeed. But they do feel like they look at you as like someone who's very, you are the abundance in their life. You did give an abundance of love to them. And I think it scared them because maybe they haven't received that kind of love before. And they really do wish that they wish you well in life. They feel like you'd be better off without them. They're trying not to take life too seriously. And maybe in some ways they might have come across with that kind of attitude towards you, like, oh, you're making a mountain, out of a molehill type thing. Like you're just being too serious about everything. And that's just part of their running away and deflecting as well. There was something else I was going to say here. Yeah, so I just want to go through these just one more time to see what I'm getting with the whole message about messaging them or reaching out. And I just feel like at the moment, even though they want this with you and Spirit is saying trust, this can be victorious, I think that they can't go there with the heavy talk. They can't go there with talk about commitment or anything that they need to give or need to be at this time. They're still trying to get their thoughts in order. They're trying to accept things they need to let go of. They're trying to, they might be getting counselling for some of you only, not all of you, but I feel like your person might be getting counselling to try and help them to overcome their issues. What's another message here? So reflection, give each other some space at the moment, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So basically this is, blue is a communication as well. So it could be saying, let your person transform on their own. You don't necessarily need to be making contact in the physical. You can send them love through the spiritual realms, the astral realms. At the moment, they're taking a lot of time to reflect on their issues and how they feel in things right now and how they feel maybe towards you as well. They might just feel a bit more pressured if they are getting contact from you at this time. So it says sexual union, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So it does look to me like this could happen for you guys. There could be sexual union. It's also showing that at the moment it could be more astral on the 5D that you're connecting as well, because it just feels like at the moment in the 3D there's just so many issues, so many energies around your person right now. That it could be more damaging to come together even intimately right now. It does say give each other some space. But I definitely feel this is an astral thing going on here, because this card here, see, it shows healing. So imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So you might even send them Reiki from afar, or just in your intentions, pray to the angels to help look after your person. You might be doing meditations, clearing techniques for yourself, because if you're connected with your person spiritually, whatever you do with your chakra system is going to affect theirs in a positive way as well. And it's interesting, I get the word sexual and healing, like sexual healing. So that could be a song that's relevant to you. When I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. It's that song that's coming through for some of you here too. So there might be some real issues with intimacy with your person and maybe within this relationship. So here is a message from Joan Collins. Take what resonates. You don't have to take the message at all if you don't want to. It's a bit of a fun message. So beauty is power, so use it rather than lose it. Age is just a number, irrelevant unless it's a vintage wine. Everyone is a potential character for a novel. So it's kind of looking at things a little less seriously. All right, let's have a look, okay? Some of you might have like a big age gap difference. So what is your guidance card from the fairies? Group 4. Whoops. It will come out. It will come out. Hang on, there's way too many there. For group 4, yep, you got 2. Okay, you got 2. So we've got divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So whatever might actually seem cloudy to you, you actually have the ability to tap into spirit, tap into your higher wisdom, guys, because you're going to be able to get the clear answers you seek this way, not through your person right now. And motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So maybe put your mind on other things right now. You know, maybe you've been obsessing a little bit over this situation with your person. Try and get motivated in your own life and really give that energy of self-love, growth and learning. You know, you might be off studying something. You might be tapping more into your spirituality. Get motivated doing that, because the more you do that and take the attention off your person, the more they're going to be able to just speed up their recovery in this as well, because they are feeling that energy put towards them. If you are very kind of like holding on to this, and yeah, they will feel that, and it might even prevent them from feeling motivated themselves to get stuff happening, because once again they might feel pressured in some way. So get motivated, think about what you want to do, get passionate in your life, and amazing things can unfold from there, guys. So I hope that's resonated with you. Don't forget to put a green heart in the comments section below if you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your twin flame soulmate. And they say to you, I don't know how to express what I truly feel, but those feelings are real. They are there, guys. So I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.